If this is true, every morning the Lord bringeth his judgment to light. First off, before I get started, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out to listen and learning, find this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing his word in all truth and sincerity. To all, I want to say shalom. And Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. So, I don't know if this is true or not, but nonetheless, every morning the Lord bringeth the judgment to light. So if this is true, this is indeed judgment, on Jamie Foxx. We all should know him very well. He starred in the movies Django. He was in multiple movies actually. He was back in Living Color. He starred in Ray, which is, we know that the Lord has a sense of humor. So if that is true, and if this is true, and he is now blind or partially blind, that's a terrible judgment. So I just want to get a couple scriptures, speaking about judgment. This is all of the Lord. Like I said, I don't know if this is true. I kind of was skimming through the internet, and some sources say it is, some sources say it's not. So I'm not really sure. But nonetheless, let it serve as a warning. So let me just look through a couple. So, it's from yesterday. Jamie Foxx allegedly paralyzed and blind from blood clotman in brain. The V injury details leaked as scandals explodes. Some kind of scandal is coming out. Says he's paralyzed and blind. So I mean, as a brother, GMS Watchman said, warning, if this is true, Jamie Foxx is now in hell, right? So I mean, hey, brothers and sisters, see it, man. The Lord ain't no joke, man. The Lord ain't no joke. And that's what this, lesson is all about, fearing Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. Hebrews 10:31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power, man. So seek the Lord while he may be found. This is 2 Corinthians 5:11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. But we are made manifest unto the Most High, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciousness, man. So knowing therefore the terror of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, we persuade men. So let me read some of this real quick. I don't want to make this too long. So this is what is being said allegedly. So as a brother said, if this is true, Jamie Foxx truly is in hell right now, man. And if this is true, why this is happening is because he had the opportunity to seek Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, and he chose not to. He chose to continue go after the corruptible crown, man. He chose not to go to the incorruptible crown and seek the kingdom of heaven, man, first. He chose to trust in uncertain riches. 1 Timothy 6:17, charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, which giveth us richly all things to enjoy. Right? So everything that's on this side is vanity, man. Everything's vanity. So why trust in uncertain riches, man? As we speak right now, they're speaking about the debt ceiling. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do about that. The dollar is continuing to decline. So why are people, especially when particularly I'm talking about you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, why are people trusting in uncertain riches, man? Something that's not guaranteed, something that's not solidified. So So let's read some of this. I don't want to make this too long, I just want to do a quick hit. So this is from OK, and it reads, Health shocker. Jamie Foxx left paralyzed and blind from blood clot in his brain after receiving CV. You see it. Source claims. Horrific health details have been revealed regarding Jamie Foxx's mysterious medical state. The Django Unchained star is said to be partially paralyzed and blind, in addition to a series of other complications after receiving the CV, the jump shot. Hollywood journalist A.J. Benza claimed after speaking to a source close to Fox. Jamie has had a blood clot in his in his brain after he got the jump shot. He did not want the shot, but the movie he was on, he was pressured to get it, confessed the podcaster, who formerly worked as a columnist for the New York Daily News and as a host of E-Series Mysteries and Scandals during an appearance on Dr. Drew Pinsky's online show Ask Dr. Drew. The blood clot in the brain caused him at that point to be partially paralyzed and blind, Benza alleged, as he insisted his insider was, quote, someone in the room with first-hand knowledge of Fox's hospitalization. I am thinking, is that why he blew up on the set a week before this, medical emergency happened? The veteran journalist asked Pinsky. Is that why he fired 3 or 4 people, because he had it with these mandates? Fox was admitted to the hospital after suffering a medical condition, quote-unquote medical condition, on Thursday, April 11th, although specific details on his current health status have been difficult to discover. So yeah, and it is very strange with what's going on, because ever since he went in there, which is over April 11th. So here we are, June 2nd, basically over a month, damn near 2 months, and nobody really knows for sure what's going on. And it's been something's going on and it's keeping it under wraps. It says the 55-year-old's medical woes mounted while filming his latest movie, Back in Action. The movie, also starring Cameron Diaz, has moved forward with production without Fox using a body double in his place, man. Hey, man, you know what? And this is, this should show you Israelites out there, man, that these goddamn crackers, man, these Edomites, especially these small hatters, man, that run Hollywood, they don't give a fuck about you, man. Look what it just read. The 55-year-old's medical woes mounted while filming his latest movie, Back in Action. The movie, also starring Cameron Diaz, has moved forward with production without Fox using a body double in his place, man. So business as usual with these goddamn crackers, man. So why, so you Israelites, man, you should think about that, man. Anytime you want to sit there and come up, and say, oh, well, what about the white man? Well, fuck listen, man. It's fuck Esau, Edom, man. Let me say this before I continue on. It's about the seed line, right? Because there are going to be so-called people that look like so-called white people that will be of the nation of Israel, right? Because our seed line was scattered into every nation. So we're going to come looking like every nation of people. But the majority of the so-called white people are indeed Esau, Edom, the Edomites, man. And they are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. And they are the ones that are ruling Hollywood and that are ruling the world at this current day, man. At this moment. So the hell with these niggas, man. You see how they act towards you Israelites, man? They can give a fuck less. So why should you care about how the fuck they're servants, man. As the scriptures say, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walketh upon the earth, man. We, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, Israelites, Yasharallah, the princes of the power, the true sons and daughters of the Most High, man. We are the powers. They are nothing but servants, man. And the rest of the 17 heathen nations, man. You know? And they show that they're your enemies day in and day out. Yet a lot of you simple ass jakes choose to not want to believe that. So, if, I mean, hey, when it comes down to it, you're just going to be caught out there, man. But let this serve as a warning, man. If you want to trust in oppression, you know, if this is true or not. But nonetheless, judgment is going out there, man. And judgment is coming from the Lord, man. This is Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, have not done it? All things come from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. This is Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. Right? Trusting in uncertain riches. Going down to your enemies for help, man. So, I mean, this article is saying that, you know, Jamie Foxx didn't want to get that juicy juice. But who knows, man? Everything's a allegation at this point. But just speaking on if it is true that this happened, look at the result. Trusting in man. Not only man, but the basis of men. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The lowest of the low. The bottom of the totem pole. A fucking a Corolla with cloth seats, man. The lowest fucking, the wackest nation of people on the planet, man. The most wickedest people on the planet. If you trust in them, look what happens, man. And maketh flesh his arm, right? Maketh flesh his arm, right? A carnal mind, right? A fleshly mind, right? A carnal mind is enmity, is an enemy of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. We were supposed to be spiritually minded. We're not supposed to be thinking in the flesh, man. Because the flesh is corrupt, man. These are chains of darkness, man, as the scriptures say. We're supposed to be in tune with the spirit as much as possible, man. As much as Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi allows, man. You're supposed to be in tune with the spirit as much as possible. Not being carnally minded. And whose heart departeth from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. So if you're staying spiritually minded and keeping your mind on Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi at all times, then you will constantly be meditating on the Lord, you know, in his commandments, in his statutes, right, in his ways. And you're not departing from the Lord. But if you're staying carnally minded and making flesh your arm or your strength and trusting in man, then you're departing from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get this one real quick. Now to wrap it up. Isaiah 30 and 1. Is it 30? Yep, 30 and 1. Woe meaning destruction to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right? So the Lord is saying, woe, destruction unto you that don't trust in your power, Israel, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Woe unto you that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, right? And we are right now in spiritual Egypt all over again. In Egypt, when you read Exodus 20 and 2, simply means the house of bondage, man. And we are yet this day in our captivity, as the scriptures say. So the scriptures say, woe unto you that go down to Egypt, that go down to your enemies, right? That trust in oppression, that trust in Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to help you. Woe unto you, right? That trust in uncertain riches, man. You trusting in your enemy You know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, man. That's what this is all about. So if this is true, and Jamie Foxx is going along to get along just to get that bag, he can't even see that bag no more, man. If this is true. So let this serve as a warning to you Israelites out there, man. Serve your power, man. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi in truth and sincerity. And the Lord will have us. The Lord will guide us. The Lord will give us the true riches, man. Not none of this bullshit fiat currency. All of this bullshit that's around that's soon to perish, man. The incorruptible crown. The Lord is going to give us, everything that we see is a corruptible crown. The Lord is going to give us an incorruptible crown. You know, where moths don't. In fact, let me get that real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Moths. Let me see. Let me see. And Slovakia. Let's see. Yeah, let's start off here. 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain, right? So this is a race, man. This isn't a sprint, you know? We have to go through things in order to, anything worth having is worth working hard for, man. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it for a corruptible crown. On this side, in the world, they strive for the mastery. They strive, for the bag, right? It's a corruptible crown. But we, the hopeful elect, for an incorruptible. I therefore so run not as uncertainly, so I fight not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be cast away. But the point being, we are fighting for that incorruptible crown, man. That's why we run this race, man. But everybody around us is going for that corruptible crown, man, which is going to perish, man. I was trying to find that scripture, but it's all good. Let me just get this last one and I'll wrap it up. It says, Isaiah 30:2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, right? So, like the whole thing with the juicy juice, man, the jump shot. A lot of people that claim to believe in the Most High and His only begotten Son, they went down to Esau for help, man. They went to their local clinics. They went to their hospitals. They watched the news. They listened to Fauci's bitch ass. They listened to Sleepy Creepy Joe, right? And all these newscasters and these false doctors that were bought and paid for, by the pharmaceutical companies, right? They listened to them. And they went down to Egypt for help instead of asking Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, their true power, to guide them, to keep them safe, to keep them healthy, right? Because everything comes from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Riches and poverty, sickness and health, everything, right? To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion, man. Now, if this is true, you think that Jamie Foxx isn't feeling ashamed and confused, if this is indeed true, so let this serve as a lesson. If this is indeed true, Israel, trust in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Don't go down to your enemies, the modern day Egyptians, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, for help, man. The scriptures say never trust thy enemy, man. And this is proof of it, man, if this is indeed true. But there's plenty of other examples anyway, even if this isn't true. You know, we can go on for days and days and hours and years about all the shit that these devils have done that have proven to Israel that they are not to be trusted, man. This is indeed, Esau Edom is indeed your enemy, and they are not to be trusted, man. Trust in your power, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and come back onto your power, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, before the evil days come, as they possibly have came onto Jamie Foxx, man, where he's partially paralyzed and blind, man. So we'll see, you know, how this pans out. But like I said, you know, let this serve as a warning. It should scare any of you Israelites out there to get right, man. Stop playing games, man. As the scriptures say. Matter of fact, let's get it real quick and I'll close it on that. What's that? Sirach. Get it here. Sirach. Because this came suddenly upon him, if that's true. Sirach, otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tarrying. Mean, don't take your time to turn to the Lord. And put not off from day to day. So once you hear this message, Israel, you brothers and sisters out there, don't put off from day to day. Don't say, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get to it next week, next month, next summer, whatever. Don't put off from day to day. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Why? For suddenly the Lord said he's coming as a thief in the night. Nobody knows when a thief is about to break into their house because it's in the middle of the night when nobody's watching, when nobody's paying attention. Right? But if you are watching, if you are paying attention, if you are tuned in and you know, seeking the Lord 10 times more, then the Lord it won't come upon you suddenly because you already been watching. Right? The scriptures say, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Proverbs 8 and 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. Right? So if you're watching, the Lord said, blessed are you. Right? But what happens if you're not watching? For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance, man. So come onto your power before the evil days come, man. While the evil days come not, while the doors of mercy are still open, while the hand of mercy is still extended onto you, while the prophets are still out there sighing and crying, you know, preaching the repentance, you know, onto the nation of Israel, preaching that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Come back onto your power, Israel. Come back onto your power, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. Make no tarry. Don't take your time, Israel, because suddenly something like this could happen, man. Just like that, you know. So, you know, that's pretty much the point. You know, I hope this was edifying, you know, to the elect. I hope, you know, I didn't, you know, go on a little too much of a rant, you know. Stuff like this kind of, you know, just the way Jake is in the world just pisses me off. But, you know, it's all about trying to get the elect, you know, back to our, you know, their power, man. Our power, you know, being fishers of men, you know. So I hope and pray that this was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to thank Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakal Kadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, find this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say Shabbat Shalom. I want to say DTA, Abab Abal, and Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom. To the next one.